Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Today is Tuesday, September 24th, and it is 12:02 p.m. We do have Ms. Norma Ramirez and Mr. Mike Farias present, along with our legal counsel, Mr. Aaron Vela, and our director, Ruben Ramirez.
Save the best for last.
Ruben, was the meeting posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act?
Yes, Mr. President, it was.
Sir? Public comments? Do we have any public comments? Mr. Valderas?
Yeah, on this time. It was posted on the 20th day of September at about 11:50 a.m.
Okay, thank you. That was the
Posted in the meeting.
posting of the meeting, just for the record. No public comments, Mr. Valderas? Okay. We're going to jump straight to number 10, because Mr. Posadas has asked, he has another meeting. But we do have discuss and consider awarding of bid number 19001, Edinburg North Park to Synergy Builders of Texas, with the amount to be determined by the board's choice of base bid and/or add alternates. Mr. Posadas? I just have one question for you, sir.
Yes, sir. Isael Posadas with SDI Engineering, for the record.
Mr. Posadas, are we within budget? I know that was when we met. I know that we were right there, and I told you to kind of look at it. Are we within budget now, or?
Well, we currently are not. We'd first like to see if the board would authorize us to proceed with the recommended bidder based on our evaluation, and allow us an opportunity to meet with him and try to bring it within budget. That would be our goal. There are some items that I think that we could easily tackle in our design to value engineer, still get the product that we want, still get all of the components, all the alternates, everything that we've discussed before, and hopefully be very close to within budget, if not within budget. So we'd like that direction if you would go with our recommendation with the apparent low bidder at this time and work toward getting within budget.
Okay, I'll go ahead and make that motion myself. I'm gonna motion to go with the bidder who you have recommended here. And
Synergy Builders of Texas.
Synergy Builders of Texas. Gonna go with I move to go with that recommendation, and that you get us within budget.
Sure.
That's my motion.
Second.
You have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Okay, thank you, sir.
And
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
Posadas, no pressure, but we appreciate you keeping it within budget.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll go back up to number 4. Approval of the Board of Directors minutes for the September 12th special called EDC meeting. I believe that was the record 2-minute meeting,
That's correct.
correct? No wonder he got those minutes ready so fast. Can I entertain a motion on that?
Yes, I make a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Number 5, Executive Director's Report. Mr. Ramirez.
Yes, Mr. President, Board. So I want to report a lot of great news, a lot of great stuff happened in the 3-time All-American City of Edinburg. We have our sales tax for distributions in September was 25.26% increase growth compared to September of 2018. That's huge, phenomenal. Year to date, we're up over 13.78% compared to year to date on 2018. Also, total new construction in our city is year to date, this is a calendar year, is $221 million in total constructions. That's both residential and commercial. It's astonishing. Our unemployment rate for this month, numbers were just released on Friday. We held steady at 4.9%, and which in the whole entire Rio Grande Valley, we are number 2, right behind McAllen, but we're coming for that title belt, right? Friendly competition. Also, wanted to let you know that we've been doing a huge marketing campaign as far as trying to increase our accessibility on Facebook. So we have over 11,000 likes that just happened. We are number 1 to included San Antonio EDC all the way down to the valley. So Edinburg EDC is the most liked EDC. And also I want to remind everybody that we do have an amazing job fair. We've had to turn away potential employers because we are already at capacity at the DHR Conference Center. So that's on October 2nd. So October 2nd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I want to thank my team. Mike Valderas has really helped carry this on out. So it's so big that we're actually looking for a job fair, the next one, to maybe even be at Bird Ogden, okay? And which is great. And last thing is October 16th, we have our real estate symposium, first ever inaugural. We are already sold out of those free tickets, so it's another amazing one.
Good deal. Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Something good is happening here. I also know you were out this morning. We received an award from the Monitor.
Oh, that's right. The city of Edinburg received the award. They were the Reader's Choice Award voted, so it's voted on throughout the whole community, and we were elected. We also got favorite golf course for Los Lagos, and we also got favorite Chamber of Commerce, so that's awesome.
Good news. Good news all around.
Thank you.
There you go.
Good job. Keep it up. Okay, we'll go into number 6, discuss and consider authorizing the interim executive director to renew the technical assistance agreement with UTRGV. Mr. Ramirez, you want to tell us what this is?
Yes, Mr. President. So as a part of our reports that we do, economic impact studies and things like that, we've had a long partnership with UTRGV. A number of the professors there, the experts, and they help put those economic impact studies together along with surveys, things of that nature to help. It's another arrow in our bag to be able to help spur economic development. So also they give us a technical assistance side as far as all our IT stuff. They help. It's included in that, and it's at a really reasonable sum of money. So this is just a renewal of the same contract that we had.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same, not a cent more.
Mr. President, if I can ask a question.
Yes, sir, Mr. Farias.
Do you believe that they could help us in maybe looking into some sort of an app that we could use here with the EDC? I mean, something that people can go to and say available properties, projects, things that are going on, something that they can actually carry on their phone and work with, just an idea.
Okay.
And go ahead.
No, I love that idea. Something to look into. I'll definitely get that answer for you. If I had to shoot off the hip, I don't believe they do that kind of technical expertise. It's more like the IT part, and the feasibility study is more quantitative and qualitative studies.
Well, maybe they can direct us to somebody that they may know or worked with on doing something like that.
Correct. And if not, I can definitely look into that project and dedicate some time so we can look, see who the best provider of those services are, so we can develop something.
Thank you.
Can I entertain a motion on that?
Yes, I make a motion. So moved.
I'll second the motion.
We do have a motion and a second to approve. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Number 7, discuss and consider approval of the EDC compensation and classification plan for the 2019-2020 fiscal year. Mr. Ramirez?
Yes, Mr. President and Board. I'm recommending approval. Back in November 2018, this is the exact same plan, or excuse me, compensation plan that you guys had enacted in November 2018. The only difference is we are adding an administrative assistant to this one, which is that very last line. These rates are in line to what the city of Edinburg already has for their comparable spots, but we are in dire need of an administrative assistant at this point. Also probably a couple other positions, but we can address that later on. Compared to, Westlaco EDC has 5 staff, Harlingen EDC has 6 staff, FAR EDC has 6 staff, McAllen EDC has 8 staff, Mission EDC has 10 staff, and we currently have myself and one other. So,
Well, for being a two-man team, y'all really do, and let me commend you on what you've done. And I think I agree with bringing in that extra position that's there, and maybe even a secretary just to man the fort. But no, what you've done with 2 people is amazing. Can I entertain a motion on this?
appreciate it.
So moved.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second to approve this item. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Number 8, we're going to take no action on. Number 9, discuss and consider authorizing the executive director to enter into an agreement with Buxton for retail market analysis and real estate consulting. Mr. Ramirez.
Yes, Mr. President, Board. I recommend approval of this particular agreement for services with Buxton. Buxton is a leading corporation with that helps aggregate data and analytics. They're amazing. We've been in talks for a while. We do have a representative, Mr. Rob Miller, here from Buxton for any questions that you all might have. But there's been a number of times that I've engaged with potential companies trying to engage with potential companies looking to come here, but we have no real data to be able to provide them as to why Edinburg is the perfect fit for them. So this would be an amazing tool. They've added a lot of value to this particular agreement, which I'm thankful to Mr. Miller and his counterparts over there at Buxton for really trying to have a partnership with us.
So your recommendation is to go with Buxton. I know we try to give you all the tools that we can to help you out. We have any discussion, Mr.
Well,
Farias, Ms.?
Was he going to go ahead and give a little presentation?
He gave a presentation previously, but he is here for any questions that you all might have.
Would you mind, sir, coming up? And thank you very much. I'm sorry. Can I ask
No,
questions now?
Of course.
I want to make sure.
I kind of saw you going like that. Pass it over to you, Mr. Farias.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know, I'm excited in the fact of, we've shared our past experience, but we got to go forward. And my main question to you is that we just want to get in front of individuals to go ahead and present what we really have. And more than data, I know you do more than data and statistics, but if you could just share with us how you would work with us together, hand in hand, in these presentations and meeting with these individuals. And before even meeting with them, you would be the one to say they're ripe, they're not ripe, they're not ready, 6 months, a year. But could you kind of explain that to the board?
Yep, absolutely. First, appreciate you guys for the opportunity to be out here again this afternoon. Think of, and talking through a little bit, just listening into the meeting you're having today, I mean, right now Reuben is a department of 2 individuals. What we're talking about today is tacking on 130 economic development and retail development experts onto Reuben's team. We establish a true partnership with communities we work with, where we will sit with you through every step of the process in going out and identifying retail, identifying what approach we should take to talk to retailers, to going out and actually sitting down, whether it's a site visit, a conference call, being out at a trade show. We want to put Reuben in the driver's seat, and I want to be sitting shotgun with him throughout that entire process. We've worked with about 3,000 different retail, healthcare, and private equity clients over the past 25 years. We have a significant amount of brand recognition within this space. So our whole goal is to open up those doors for Reuben and put him in position to be as successful as possible. I mean, I think you guys have assembled a great team here. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be down here today. I mean, not only do I see a ton of potential and momentum going in the market, it's obvious that by some of these votes that you guys have, there's other people that see some positive momentum that's going on in Edinburg. Not only do I see that in the market, I see that you guys have assembled the right type of team that it takes for us to be successful in these relationships. So by combining Reuben's approach, Reuben's expertise, his ability to sell the community with my data, my brand recognition, and my team of members that I can put into a conversation with Reuben, that's when we really develop an effective strategy to go out and attract new business to the community.
So Rob, to clarify, you would be able to also help say, well, people are always asking for an Olive Garden, right? There's one right near in North McAllen, right on the border near Edinburg, and we get a lot of residents from Edinburg saying, "Where's my Olive Garden?" All right.
So and that's the whole issue of look, everybody has expectations as to the types of amenities that they hope to have in their community, and oftentimes, whether it's elected officials or city staff, they hear these concerns from residents. Why don't we have that Olive Garden? Or, should Cheddar's be here? Or how can we convince Target to come to the community? And they don't really know what direction to turn, right? You don't know, could you convince Olive Garden to come to your community? Should Cheddar's be here? Should we spend time going after Target? Should we put an incentive policy forward? My community, my company, what we bring to the table is the ability to remove speculation from the equation. Within about 30 days of a relationship with my company, I can lay the foundation for who you are as a market and understand, is Olive Garden a fit? If they are, how do we go out and get them to come to your community? But oftentimes, more importantly, if they're not, why? Right? How do we get to the point of bringing in, a Target, which I know has a location, in the area? Maybe it's another company that fills that niche that a Target does. That's what my company brings to the table, is helping you to create an effective strategy based on data, based on real-world realities, to go out and grow from a retail and commercial development standpoint in your community.
Plus, you also have the contacts, right, to be able to know who to reach out to, and you'd be on those phone calls with me to be able to say, hey, look, Edinburgh's demographics and everything else match perfectly to what it is that you're looking for, Olive Garden or whoever it is, right?
Yep, we've, that's one of the things we bring to the table. We've got a fairly large Rolodex when it comes to retailers. Most everybody out there knows who we are. I mean, we work with some of the biggest folks out there: Marriott Hotels, FedEx, Ford, Tesla. We bring brand recognition to the table. And the whole goal is to get you engaged in conversations with as many retailers as possible and put you in the best light in those conversations.
Thank you.
Any more other questions? Thank you, sir. All right, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion on item number 9.
So move.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second to approve this item. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries.
Thank you, Rob. And thank you to the board.
Number 10, we already went over. Number 11, discuss and consider authorizing the executive director to purchase traffic counters from Jamar Technologies in the amount not to exceed $16,000. Mr. Ramirez, you want to enlighten us?
Yes, Mr. President, board. I know this one's kind of, it seems a little out of place, but here's the thing. As part of the strategy that we're looking to be more proactive instead of reactive, I would like to, I've met with the city and the transportation department to start a program where we can have an updated traffic counts for all our major intersections. According to the transportation department, Vincent, the director there, for public works, there are about 81 major intersections here in Edinburg. So unfortunately, the system we have in place for traffic counts is really outdated. Also, if you try to tap into, say, Texas Transportation to see what their traffic studies are, they're lagging at about 3 years, sometimes even more. That would be okay if our community was not growing at such a fast pace that it is, that we know it is, and we've seen it, the numbers are there. So in order to make sure that we capture all that growth in our city, we need to come up with these newer traffic counts. Now, there's only about 5 traffic counters that the city has, and we try to set them up to do at a particular intersection, and they're so old, and the equipment that we're using was getting torn up. So they said, look, Ruben, we're not going to be able to keep these updated counts. We need new technology. So the city has agreed to purchase a number of them, and we would, hopefully with your all's approval, be able to purchase 4 counters. These are state-of-the-art. They get mounted onto a pole, so there's no more needing to throw wires or those pressure wires on the floor, cables, or anything of that nature. So these are the ones that the department had picked for themselves and that they're recommending, and I recommend approval on this so we can set this up. I've had a number of companies that were looking to come in that have asked for traffic counts, and we don't have any.
And just for the board, this is a half and half with the city. The city is also putting $16,000 to buy the other half.
The other 4.
The other 4.
So we're going to put in 8 units,
Yes.
Total, yeah.
and we have 81 major traffic points?
Correct. And so the idea is to get about a 6-month time frame where we're updating those counters on a rotation. Each study takes about a week to truly capture those, the numbers, a good number. It's very detailed. You can see when the high peaks are, when the low peaks are. Are they heading northbound traffic? Is it southbound traffic? et cetera, et cetera. So when you take off the brakes for, say, spring break or summer, the summer months when our traffic counts go down because the kids they're not going to school, and maybe Christmas, your window starts getting tighter and tighter, which is why to do one intersection, we need a minimum of 4. So we're trying to do about 2 intersections per week. with
So
their
you would be
privilege.
moving them?
Correct, the
And who-
transportation.
The transportation department would be doing that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So we'll be able to get accurate, like, almost real time, I guess.
I
Right?
like that,
That's it.
I like that it's forward technology with these radars and not those black wires that we used to throw, because that's, why the equipment doesn't last. Everybody's
Correct.
running over them.
And it's beautiful for, for the city, for the EDC, for everybody.
I like it. Can I entertain a motion on item number 11?
I just want to make a,
Go ahead.
real quick.
Sorry, Mike.
We're going to really secure them on the pole, right? Because the picture just has those little, 'cause I'm saying,
Yeah, just a little box.
Well, we have really strong nylon cord. No, I'm kidding.
or insure the darn things.
Zip ties, yeah. No, it's a great question. That was my big concern as well. And I
Yeah.
believe in the quote too, there is a tie, so they're going to be very secured.
Okay.
Plus, they'll be able to mount them a little bit higher where, according to the traffic department, right?
Okay.
So they'll be secure.
Very good.
But
Thank
nothing's
you.
guaranteed with some,
Well, then insure them.
I don't
Right.
think, I think by it looking like a little electrical box and being on an electrical pole will kind of deter some of the vandalism, you're not gonna, hopefully the kids out there won't go up.
I was just thinking of the way George, the way he used to be and everything, so I just,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
and if you look at the quote at the very top, it talks about the radar recorder kit with locks and chain.
Oh, good,
So
okay.
it is part of the quote.
Thank you.
And GPS tracking devices.
Oh,
In
very
case
good.
they do get stolen.
There you go.
We'll track them. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank
I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Is that all we got? Executive?
No,
Can
it's-
I entertain a motion to go into executive?
So move?
Second?
We do have a motion and a second to go into executive. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. We'll head into executive. The time now is 12:24 PM.
Right. At this time, the EDC Board will convene into executive session in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, exceptions to requirements that meetings be open to deliberate under the following sections: 551.071, consultation with attorney; 551.072, deliberations regarding real property; 551.074, personnel matters; and 551.087, deliberations regarding economic development negotiations.
Reconvene into regular session.
So move?
Second?
All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. We are back in regular session. The time is 1:43 PM. Mr. Vela, I'll let you.
Yes, Mr. President, just back and open, we need a motion for the executive director to proceed as instructed in executive session on items 12B, 12C, and 12D.
I make a motion to allow the executive director to proceed as directed on items 12B, C, and D, and all the other items, there was no action taken back there. Can I get a second?
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
Second?
All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Meeting adjourned at 1:44 PM. Thank you.
Thank you.